Hello everybody and welcome back to Lone Oak Farm. As you can see, I'm just finishing off the compacting on the fairly large silage pit from the previous episode. I've just got stuck. There we go. So yeah, 1 more percent and we can put the cover over, which will start the fermentation process. There we go. So it's a bit bumpy, as you can see. It's not very well formed, just because of the way we did it, but it's still going to work perfectly. So it doesn't really matter. Okay, ready? There we go. It's turned into snow. So yeah, that is going to ferment in the next few days, and then we're going to have plenty of silage to go at. So thank you to everybody who mentioned in the previous episode not to forget about topping up our current pit. So yeah, we get probably a full load in here when it's fermented, and take it back to the main yard for our cows. I think we're doing alright actually, but it's a good idea. Because we do have so much here, and we're obviously going to require quite a bit in the future. So I'll do that, don't worry, I will not forget. I've said that before too. Anyway, yeah, let me just not reverse into the wheel loader, and we're going to take this all back. I want us to go back to the yard. So that is the silage done for the time being. We do have 2 more fields to do, but it's going to be done as corn, as grain, not as chaff. So yeah, it's just going to keep a bit of variety. We don't want to do everything as silage. Although silage is great fun. I was a bit concerned that it would take so long to sell it all, even though it is just going to be like a conveyor belt set up from there to there. So it should be pretty easy, but we do have to keep moving it and adjusting it. So it's still going to take some time. Okay, let's see if this works on a worker. Okay, that's interesting. Try it again. There we go. Right. The starting off position is very important. Yeah, so today what we have to do is finish drilling field 54. That is a barley field. We also have field... I think it's 19 off the top of my head. Yes, field number 19. Field 20 we did yesterday. That's done. We're not going to do all these today, but we're definitely going to do 54 today, and 19 can be done probably in the next episode, because I've got to do the moving of the wood today. I think that is a priority. It's a bit of a mess. I've left it all everywhere, so yes, we'll move the wood today and we'll drill field number 54. Before we do drill field 19, I'd actually like to spread some slurry, because we've got so much slurry, and I'd prefer to use that instead of spending more money on artificial fertiliser. That would be ridiculous. So yes, we've got to do that before we can put the drill on that field. Luckily field 54 is already done, so we don't have to spread any more on there. That's as productive as it's going to be. Anyway, where shall I put this? I think we'll put it in one of those bays around the other side, in the shed the other side. I actually don't know if the wheel loader is still following us. I did zoom off a bit. It might have flashed up saying it's lost our track. Oh, don't crash. Don't want to crash. This is a good place for it though. We do have plenty of space. Well, it'd be interesting to see if the wheel loader does turn up. I doubt it. There we go. No, I would say it's stopped. Oh, it only got to here. It must have hit a car and then stopped. Oh well. Off we go, all over again. Has anybody played the updated Farmers Dynasty? I would like to give that a go again. Yeah, it's a good game. It's just I stopped playing it mainly because I'd done a lot of the game already, and I'd started to move on to the jobs which were fairly long-winded, like ploughing a huge field which took a very long time. That's why I stopped, but I would like to return again and just see exactly what's changed, because there has been a big update very recently, so it would be probably quite an enjoyable video, seeing the changes, unless of course you play it and you've already seen the changes, but I'm sure there'll be quite a few who haven't. So yeah, it's definitely going to be worth giving it a go, and if I'm going to have a look, I might as well do a video. Well, we all know where this lives. It lives on the silage pit over at this farm because we need it pretty much every day to do a power food mixture. So, yeah, it's home. How much do we have here out of interest? 132,000 litres. Yeah, as I said, we're doing pretty good. It looks like it's almost empty, but actually it isn't at all. There's plenty here. But we'll definitely top it up. We'll give it another 70,000 litre top up, or thereabouts. Right, to the John Deere, which is currently in for 20. So that's quite a walk. Ah, thank goodness I had packed my teleporter for today's video. Right, let's fold this thing up. I think I've just pressed the wrong unfold button, there we go. We are going to have to top it up with seed, because I don't think 33% is going to be enough for field 54. It tends to take about 50% to do a big field. In your own time, cultivator. It is a big thing though. Or drill. It's like a cultivator slash drill. There we go. Right, floor it. Oh no, wait, this is top speed. The approach I'm going to take first of all is by driving the entire thing through the shed where the seed refill point is. If that doesn't work, I'll just take the cultivator off the back, because it would definitely work without it. I would prefer to keep it attached though, because if you don't have it attached, for some reason it doesn't tell you the fill level. It just says 0% full, even though it does fill up, so it's not really necessary to see it. It's just a little bit peculiar. It says that you're on 0, but you're actually, well, you could be anything. You could be 100%, it could be 75%. That's how it works. Right, let's try and be as lined up as possible. Oh no, there is another John Deere here. 3 John Deeres come together. Look, we have a very old one just over there, sort of medium range one there, mid-range, and yeah, no secrets about the size of this one. Right, let's just, where should we put it? I think we'll put it with the grass bales just over here. That is the seed roof or point just there, so as long as we can get as close as possible, yeah, it can be anywhere. There we go. A bit of faffing about, I've got to say, but we'll be there in a minute. Great demand for potatoes. For potatoes, yeah, potatoes at potatoes. This is tricky. It's going to hit, isn't it? It's just going to hit. It hits, typical. Well, despite the horrific driving, it is still close enough to fill up. So there we go. Keep it at barley, stay at barley, and yeah, this is just a time-lapse job because there's nothing really that unique about this job. I did it yesterday as well. I did the drilling yesterday, so enjoy. This is going to cost us a bit though in seed, but it's going to be worth it. We're almost there. It hasn't taken too long. That is the joy of such a large drill. But yeah, we're going to have hopefully a really nice crop of barley here. It's a shame that the bit I did down the bottom there has already grown because it looks a little bit weird. Well, it hasn't actually grown, it's just sprouting, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's all going to blend in. When it is all ripe, you won't even be able to tell the difference between the bit that's been planted previously and the bit that we've done today. Anyway, while doing this, I was trying to think of the best way of moving those trees, and really I think there's only about 5 or 6 very large trees. So, I don't know. The thing is, it depends on what they're worth. If they're worth a lot, I would rent a trailer and put them in the trailer and sell them. However, I don't think they're going to be worth a great deal, probably £1,000 a tree, which is still a lot of money, but not when it comes to renting stuff. So, yeah, I basically came to the conclusion that I should just cut them up a bit and try and put them in one of our trailers. Potentially, we could put them on our gooseneck trailer. We could do. I don't know how well it would work, but it's definitely a possibility. Okay, there we go. Looking much better than it was before. Nothing worse than a half-finished job. There we go. Right. So back to the yard. We're going to put this onto the concrete pad which we've put in, the brand new area, and then I think it's going to be we've got a tractor and we've got a wheel loader. Either can move trees. Failing that, we could put them on the trailer by hand, but it would mean cutting them up quite a bit, which I don't really want to do. I would say actually the wheel loader would be better, but then again the wheel loader's log fork is going to be much more expensive than the tractor's log fork, so really it's just a case of buying something for not a lot in return. There are other things that we could do with the logs. We could just push them to the side, or we could just cut them up by hand and create firewood, but then I just want to clear them really, so that is really the only option for us today. You're about to see my reversing skills in full swing. I'm not usually too bad with a trailer, however with this I'm not that good, so prepare yourself. I think what I might do actually is detach the rear one first. That'll make it easier, because then we can put this one in the shed over here and the larger one in the bay over there. It is quite a tight squeeze. Okay, that'll do. And finally, this one here. This tractor once again is looking really dirty, so I think we'll give it a wash. And yes, we'll definitely get the log fork for the tractor and not for the wheel loader. There we go. Wash time. There is actually a mod. I think it's called something like the cleaning crew, and it will clean your tractors every 2 days, which does sound like a very nice idea. Right, that is the majority of the dirt off. It's just dust. Good. And yeah, we'll put it back over here. Brilliant. Okay, time to spend some money. Again. 20% off. What a lovely idea. We'll definitely buy that. Let's see if we can make more than $4,732. Even if we don't, we've still benefited from a brand new log fork, which is actually the biggest one. That was the log fork extra, so it's really big. That would be brilliant if we could make a profit, but even if we don't, I'm not really bothered. After all, we make an absolute fortune from the cows and the sheep every single day. Ah, look what we could do. We could put the ramp down and we could take the tractor on the pickup. Ingenious. Only problem is we won't be able to bring it back with that because we'll have a load of logs on it. So we'll put this over here. There we go, and we will put our brand new log fork on the front. Hopefully it does fit on the trailer. It's going to be fairly heavy, but I'm not really too concerned about the weight. Which way is that facing? This way. Yes, this is going to be a challenge, but yeah, I still want to do it because it would be hilarious. Should we reverse it on, or should we drive on forwards? I think I'll reverse. Either way, this is just highly dangerous and in some ways unnecessary, but it's just for a bit of fun. Although actually it looks like it's going to fit really well. I could have put the front loader over the frame there, but we don't really need to. Let's see if that's going to work. Oh. Almost. Oh, it's going crazy now. Sorted. Bit of overhang. It will do. We have the power after all. Now, we actually need to go this way over here. This looks highly dangerous. It should be the tractor towing the pickup, not the other way around. Ah well. It's all about trying new things out. And actually, it's doing very well. But what appeared a fairly small tractor before now looks a monster of a thing when on a trailer. It's it's massive. I would dread to think what the 9RX tractor would look like on here. It would just smash it. Absolutely compact the trailers to nothing. Luckily, we're not going to find out. Yeah, so when we put the new road in, because we are going to, I'm going to have to go straight across the middle of the field, and it will actually create two fields. Field 38 will become two, and it will have a grass strip in the middle. It might sound a bit strange, but when you've actually seen me do it, it might change your opinion on what you think it's like. I don't know, you might like the idea anyway, but I can see it being an idea which might not get the best response, if you know what I mean, but I'm doing it anyway because I just want to see how well I can do it, and it should make life much easier anyway, because we'll have a direct route from the main yard to the barn and almost to the sheep farm. Okay, so here are the trees, just here. The only ones I'm doing today are these ones. How many are there? There's only 4, but they are quite long, so it's going to turn into about 8. Because we'll cut them in half at least. We might even cut them up into thirds. There we go. That's not going to work. Maybe it is. Self-unloading. Fancy. Yeah, so if I can... Well, actually what I might do, because it's such a massive log fork, I might just try and pick them all up and then cut them in half while it's holding them. Ooh, that's the wrong thing. Change that. There we go. Yeah, so if I go for all of these, it's going to be quite a challenge actually. How many should we go for? We'll go for whatever we can do, because that is quite heavy. And I think only 2 are actually grabbed here. Cut each one at this sort of length, and then hopefully that will work. Hopefully it'll be a manageable length. Let's see how we do. I'm expecting one to fall out. Yep. I think I've overestimated this trailer. I think it's actually not that big at all. It is just designed to carry a few bales and small machines. However, if I can cut these to that length, it could work really well. I don't think it's going to be as easy as I was expecting though. Sorry. Eating my words. Right. Actually, cut it about there. Actually, that has worked incredibly well. I put one strap over just to keep them in place. Annoyingly, I think these are just too big. Only just. Well, I say only just. About a car's length, but still. Let's just try this. No, it's fallen off. I didn't want it to fall off. A bit more trimming required. Now I am actually able to handle these smaller logs by hand. If we can get this one on, we can put another strap over. There we go. If I can just put that strap over there, that's good. We can pick this one up, put that on the side. I think we're going to be able to do half of them today. And the other half I can obviously do much quicker next time. Although actually I'll probably just show you the selling of it, because it's always quite painful to watch me do this. There we go, and here's another one. Oh, it's so annoying when that happens. It does it way too often. Right. I need to make a note not to undo that strap, because otherwise we're going to lose that one. What do we have left? We've got one just here, which I might be able to pick up by hand, although it might be a bit optimistic. Yeah. I can install creator tools, and that I think allows me to pick up anything of any weight, but then I don't really want to, because that's why we have a tractor. Oh, yeah, that is it's actually quite big. I thought it was much smaller. I don't think so. It's actually looking alright though. They're not overhanging at all. And with a good load of straps, they're not going to go anywhere. Put that in the middle. And good. Okay. I reckon we could get, what should we put on here? There's quite a bit of space over this side. I'm going to turn around. We could get more on here. Assuming that folds up, this could explode. It doesn't like it, but it might be alright. It's already quite heavy. Yeah, I'm going to just cut up a few here, to a length that we can handle by hand, and then yeah, we'll probably go and sell them. Okay, so hopefully we can pick these up. No, and no. That's a shame. This is when you need a compact tractor. Why does Farming Simulator not have compact tractors? It'd be amazing if it had a Massey Ferguson 1525 with a front loader. Actually, the Husqvarna Rider mower, which I was using before, that does have a front loader. Ooh! Quick! Strap it in. You know what? We're going to have to go. We're going to have to go, because, no! Wow. Just look at that. That is brilliant. We have created a sculpture in Farming Simulator. How did something which started off looking alright end up like this? Honestly, if I saw this coming down the road, I'd actually be impressed. Not really too scared about it being the world's most unsafe load, because the person who is driving it obviously knows how to defy gravity. Very impressive. It's gonna blow! Out of my way. We need to get to the sawmill as quickly as possible. It's only just up here. Right. I think these will be the most concerned people. The people at the sawmill. They'll have never seen such a monstrosity turn up before. Where do we put it? Quick! I think it's here. Or is that wood chip? Wood and timber, right. Surprise! Something special. That's better. That looks much better. Look at the money we're making, though. That is really impressive. Needs to do quite a bit of accelerating. Yeah, I think we can quite safely say we've made enough money to pay back the log fork. I am super impressed. Anyway, after that interesting episode, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time for more fail. Bye for now.